earlier on, I think the TSM was the fact that they completely dominated Champion Select in terms of the picks that they got. I don't think that's going to be the same here, though, as we see Maokai banned away by Starhorn Royal Club, first of all. Fizz taken out by TSM.
Yeah, Fizz is probably going to be banned against Korn every single game here because he's such a great Fizz player, and it's their second most banned champ against him in LPL. Yasuo is the most banned. But he has like 43% of all the bans against Royal Club is against Korn in the mid lane. It's always Yasuo and Fizz here. So taken away once again. Nidalee banned by Royal Club. I don't think Darius actually plays Nidalee.
Yeah, Darius definitely does play Nidalee.
Did he pick it up? Okay, great enough. I just don't actually recall seeing him play it.
But this is something that we have seen a lot. Ban out 3 top laners and then early pick Ryze. Just kidding. Zilean also a very, very high priority pick.
There should be Zilean for Team Solomid though. If Ryze gets locked in here for Royal Club, Zilean is such a great pick against these aggressive teams like Royal Club and like OMG can be, which we're obviously going to see next week. And therefore I feel like Royal Club taking the Zilean, making sure TSM can do it against them.
So for TSM then, what is the priority at this point? So you have to say Yasuo managed to sneak through.
Yeah, exactly. Yasuo is up, but so is Ryze. So it is kind of dangerous for people picking Yasuo when Ryze is up. A lot of people do not like that matchup. Definitely does make it a little bit harder for him.
And they already got the Zilean locked in, who is a great pick against Yasuo, so making it even harder for Bjergsen if he does lock it in here. Obviously, there's a lot of mid lane options like Orianna is open, Syndra is open for him, Zed is actually open for Bjergsen and normally always banned. Once again, however, Zilean comes into the mix. If you play Zed into Zilean, and you do go into a team fight, it becomes very, very hard to kill a target. You're pretty much forced to split push for the entire game, which of course is what you want to do on Zed, but it can make it a bit difficult.
Ooh, so they grab both. Darius gets to go with another carry champion. We'll see how he does this time around with Ryze. And Bjergsen on that famous Zed. Very, very fun to see. What else is fun? All right, just kidding. They already locked that in, but we just can talk about Insight. He actually did play this one time in a competitive match, and they won.
A few times, I believe, actually. He's been playing the Shaco. Probably not against Team Solomid here. You're playing to be #1 in your group. You just had a very, very hard game against TPA just before, but Ringo been locked in for Insect. This is the kind of champion I want to see him on, where he can set up plays. He's extremely aggressive, sometimes again a bit over-aggressive like the analyst desk was talking about, but as long as Royal Club can follow him, and now when you do have a Zilean as well, you can speed up the Ringer, put a bomb on his head, and he can just assassinate people.
And keep him alive if he does go.
That works too.
And we did talk about, the bans that are often focused at Korn in the mid lane. Yasuo and Fizz are the most banned against them. The second most banned out guy is Insect for this team. And the targets are Lee Sin and Rengar. They had to use one of these bans on Lucian because they didn't want Uzi on that. So the second one does get through. And like I said before, I do really like Insect on this champion because his ult does give him the option of changing his mind after he decides to go with something very deep and very aggressive. He gets vision of surrounding opponents, so he can pull out if he knows there's extra danger there that could collapse on him that they wouldn't otherwise know because of the lack of wards.
Right, and TSM right here, because you already have the Zed, you know you're going to be split pushing here. With the Zed, you pick up the Corki for the mid-game siege they can do. You have Nami as well, great at sieging towers here, and of course Ryze from Darius. He's going to be in the other side lane, the opposite side lane of Bjergsen, but he will have teleport, so he can join in for a potential 4 versus 4 fight there. So the Corki pick, I like it for this mid-game siege they can do. As long as Bjergsen get a good start to this game and he can start one-on-one everyone on the map, then it's easy for Solomid to set it up and pressure every single lane.
And Lustboy getting by far and away his most comfortable pick there with Nami. Other side is though, when we're talking about the comfort picks, Irelia is a champion that loved by Wicked and a lot of players in China. And Cola's going to get his hands on it. We also see Janna coming out for a second time today.
Yeah, Cola's always been a real big fan of like Jackson, Irelia. These are the classic things we're used to seeing him on. That Ryze was a little bit of a different shade for him. But this time, he's going to be very, very comfortable on this champion. And it's a perfect champion to run into Ryze because Irelia with a reliable gap closer always has this kill pressure on Ryze when you've got a Rengar jungle. So we're used to seeing Insect spend most of his time down bottom. There were rumors about coaching staff trying to change things up and have him spend more time in the other lanes. That top lane would be a great area for him to spend some more of his time in.
Yeah, we're really going back to, this is like a standard Royal Club comp we're seeing right here. Mid lane, you have the utility, mid lane, you have the AoE damage as well from Korn. You have, of course, Cola on a champion where he can split push as well, and he can set up ganks for Insect on Aurelia. It is such an annoying matchup for Ryze because you have the range advantage, so you want to hit Aurelia in the face, yeah. But every time you do, you get a low on HP, and suddenly she can jump and stun you, and then Insect appears, and you die, and you're like, damn it, I should never have hit this guy. And it's such an annoying matchup here. TSM, it's going to be all about getting Bjergsen ahead. You now locked in the leads as well for Amazing in the jungle, so you have the perfect mid-game siege comp. With Corki, you have Nami, and you have the Elise pick. So it's all about Bjergsen getting a good start here, so he can start one-on-oneing and split pushing. Ryze in the other lane, and then you have the 3 members sitting in mid lane just taking down towers.
And the key to that early start is going to be Amazing. He's on Elise, who's a champion who can go early sight zone, spend a lot of money on early vision. You keep Insect down. This Rengar pick, he's going to take a while to get to that level 6. There's this small window that Amazing needs to go for, control the game for his team early.
Well, 2 teams have picked their champions, so who do you guys think are going to win this one? Send your choice using hashtag SHR win or TSM win to @LOL Esports, and we'll check your answers a little bit later on. You were talking about the Elise pick there for Amazing, and his stats are pretty formidable on it. 10-1 over the course of the season. Big pick for him. They're up against Royal Club, and this is probably the, I don't want to say deciding game, because we've already seen that TPA are a real factor in this group, but certainly a game that's going to decide quite a lot, I think, specifically towards the top seed.
Yeah, sorry. There's also a game that's going to show a lot, like, of, okay, Royal Club, are they really a shaky team? Like, are they inconsistent, or was it just a bad game against TPA, and now they can show against TSM that they are the best team in the group? I mean, this game is going to tell us a lot.
Well, let's find out, shall we? We're into game between Starhorn Royal Club and TSM, and we said it before in the first match for TSM, that win over SK, that they seem to be somewhat of a home team here in Taipei. Got a lot of fans. We hear the TSM chances. They seem to draw all over the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of like a worldwide home team here. We'll see what happens this time, though, because Amazing, he has already started to spend early money on Vision, as is common with many Elise jungles. He started with the True Ward here, already at level 1.
And he should actually also be able to go toe-to-toe with Insect here early on, at least before the level 6 mark, because Elise is very strong in these small skirmish. And then later on, once Insect hits his level 6 mark, it's going to be all about the deep wards, because if you ward just in the river, it's easy for Insect to pop his stealth before the ward can even spot him out, and he can still pull off his gank. So you need to get in the jungle of Royal Club, place some deep wards, put around the blue buff, put around the Wraith camp, so you can see Insect before he pops his ulti, and then you can spot the gank.
Yeah, if you wait too long on that, then he will get to you. It doesn't matter if the warning range has been increased on his ult, because there's a zillion who can speed him up, or if he goes bottom lane, he's just going to get that passive speed from Janna. It's very, very dangerous for you to let him get into any of these lanes. That being said, deep wards only help so much. You can always go for lane ganks with Rengar. Once he gets his ult, if he decides to go for Cola's lane with level 6, then he's going to go for Cola's lane with level 6. Dyrus needs to be aware of the timing of the experience for the jungler. That's up to Amazing. We'll see how well he can track down Insect.
Oh, he's going to be starting on the red buff. Dyrus actually giving him a helping hand there right at the very start of this one. We will be seeing standard lanes coming out in this matchup. Insect there just leaping back and forth. So Irelia Ryze in the top lane. Well, let's touch on the bottom lane here. Tristana Janna against Corki Nami.
Yeah, so normally when we see Zero play Janna, it's when Royal Club wants to like fast push his tower here. Uzi early on already getting the early advantage, we could say, in experience here. We'll be able to get level 2 fairly soon, but Wild Turtle and Lost Boy should be able to play out the last minute here. But they will get the early level 2 from Royal Club and just constantly push it into the tower, like over and over, trying to take it down as fast as possible. Then they can swap Uzi to the top lane and do the same here. And both junglers started on the red side, which means they're actually pushing down towards, of course, blue side from Insect, but it means they're pushing down towards this bottom lane early on.
And as you can see, Amazing with his True Ward got there first, was able to place it, so he knows where Insect spent his Trinket Ward. Getting there first is a huge part in the war on Vision. Just because of that. Now Amazing can work around the wards he knows are there from Insect. And this bottom lane, the river gank to the bottom lane is protected. So all that Turtle and Less Boy have to worry about, since they're pushed into their own turret, is the lane ganks and hiding in that bush. Rengar, one of the best at those lane ganks, and one of the best type of ganks for him to pull off before he is level 6. Trying to get into those side lane pushes.
We see the stats there from Lustboy. 0-0-9 in that game with Nami against SK Gaming earlier on in the day. See if we can pull out those kind of statistics here once again against Royal Club. But now there'll be a fairly timid start, and you can almost expect that to be the case here as well, because it is the top of the table clash in the group.
And also we have standard lanes this time around, no lane swap, no instant pushing down these towers here from Royal Club. So standard lanes early on here. Kola taking a lot of damage. He wants Insect to be a level 6, and then he can start going for Dyrus when Insect comes in and they can pick up some kills here. So early on, definitely in favor of Dyrus in terms of poke.
Right, because especially since he started with that mana crystal, he wants to make take advantage of that window that we talked about before there is a level 6 Rengar that can just come surprise him. And amazing, he's going to spend some time up top here, try and capitalize on the early lead here from Dyrus. They already burnt the teleport. If they can get a kill!
Oh, Kola getting hooked up there, and are they going to be able to finish him? Flashing off to the backside. Will they flash in? Will they dive it? Amazing, going half under the tower will repel away from the danger. Kola went low, and whilst they've not killed him there, the TP was used earlier to get Kola back in the lane, so that's no longer there. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Uzi going heavy onto Lustboy here, gets him low. Wild Turtle trying to put the damage back, but TSM going to fall very low from this exchange.
This lane is such a big problem here for TSM. Amazing, he couldn't go down to the bottom lane because there was the ward in the river here. He's not really able to lane gank this early on. It's very hard to set up without the tidal wave from Lustboy, which means he was forced to go top lane. Yes, he got the flash. Kola, though, been able to regain a lot of HP there and still staying in lane.
Yeah, this bottom lane is absolutely beastly for Royal Club right now. Turtle really has to get some help from Lustboy to get these last hits under the turret. They don't want to fall too far behind. It's not too bad right now, but if it does continue to get worse, then it's going to be something that Amazing does end up having to deal with.
Zero just playing it aggressive there as well, trying to keep control of that bush. Actually, we'll have just seen the ward timeout. Lustboy popping one straight back down to make sure that they keep vision of where Zero is, or maybe more importantly that there's not a Rengar ready to jump out of that brush and cause you a few problems. Up until now, it is Royal Club that have a slight lead in this game. Amazing just asserting some control over the death brush there on the top side of the map, getting his pink ward down.
So as long as Kola can stay alive in this top lane here, Insect can basically just focus on farming up to level 6, because he doesn't need to help the bottom lane. They have full control of it already. Mid lane, Korn is just farming against Bjergsen, is falling slightly behind. Once Bjergsen picks up this CS here, but it's going to be all about the ulti from Korn. If Bjergsen ever joins the team fight, just look at Korn and wait for, he's going to wait to see which target Bjergsen goes for and be ready with the ulti here. It's going to be a lot of protection for Uzi in these late game team fights. So it's going to be a lot about getting him ahead. He's getting off to a great start. Obviously, the mid game is going to be heavily in favor of Wild Turtle. Once he gets 24s, get some Magic Pen boots as well, we can really start seeing TSM grouping up as a team, or at least with the 4 members, 3 members, and start teaching down towers and forcing fights.
There's Korn back into lane with the boots that tier already from before starting to get stacked up. Insect, who's not been able to really push too much here, but he is now level 6. That's the important thing to note from Insect's side of things. We'll see exactly where he's going to try and focus.
And I'm really looking forward to see which build Insect decides to go for, because last time I saw him play Rengar together with Azilian, he went for early Pharaoh Flare, into Moby Boots, into a Ghost Blade, and then a Blade of the Ruined King, like full assassin build here. And once he got to a target, he would kill them in a matter of seconds, and then he had the Zillion as well to help him in case he needed it. I wonder if he's going to do the same here, and then look to try and punish Bjergsen when he's trying to split push on his Z here. If he's standing one-on-one against Kola, suddenly Insect joins in, a lot of damage, burst down, Bjergsen, and the split push ends.
Yeah, I don't expect anything different from him. I mean, a tank cooldown reduction Rengar is not really Insect style. And we'll see what he does, because right now he is heading with those Moby Boots down bottom instead of top. Now, top lane is pushing towards Kola right now, but Insect He's hopping towards that bottom lane. Maybe this is a counter gank opportunity he's looking for, because this bottom lane's been shoved up the entire time.
Yeah, and the CS really showing that as well. 20 is the lead here, basically, for Uzi. So doing a fantastic job of that. Actually, we see him turn around or stop at least by the golems here. So not going directly into that bottom lane.
But just the fact he picked up Moby Boots as his first item. Normally on Rengar, we see the cooldown reduction, so you can like gank as often as possible. And the cooldown reduction is so good on Rengar. The fact he goes for early Moby Boots tells me he's want to try to do this aggressive assassin build and then look to try and punish Bjergsen when he's in these split pushing situations.
The other thing is he's going to build up his ferocity on the jungle camps before he goes for the gank. Right now he's getting that red buff for the extra damage and burn as well. With amazing showing in lane though, it means that he's got free opportunities on the solo lanes. He knows Amazing's down bottom, and he can take this opportunity to try and swing something for either of those solo lanes.
Going to be hard for him to gain the mid lane, however. Seeing as Bjergsen.
Zed very difficult to pull that off.
Exactly. Like even also when you try to lock him down, he can pop his ult and actually dodge around your skill shots. So it should be the top lane if you want to go for one of the solo lane ganks. We're already going to Dyrus.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage. Rune Prison comes down. Kohler going in. Oh, aggressive there, and almost was able to finish off Dyrus, or at least force him to back away somewhat. Although Dyrus' ultimate coming back up here in just a second, so should be feeling decently safe. And he's also got Lust Boy and Amazing coming up.
He is a juicy, juicy target for Insect right now.
This is a bait.
Even under turret.
It's a bait.
It's up to Lustboy though. This push. Oh, too late!
Flashes in there, and this is going to be the kill, and it is first blood. Lustboy and Amazing come around, but they were just a little bit too late, and Insect going absolutely crazy aggressive there to get the kill.
You can't bait with 300 HP there.
I'm just saying it was a bait. I'm not saying it was the greatest idea ever, but it was actually a bait. We had Amazing and Lustboy sitting there ready to counter gang once Insect showed himself, but he flashed in, instant bursted down Dyrus. Easy kill here for Royal Club. Getting the first blood onto Kohler as well. Looking great for him so far. Uzi should be able to take down his bottom tower very, very soon. Constantly getting damage on it every single time. Oh, Wild Turtle. Oh,
Lustboy actually coming into that one. And the fact that Lustboy went up top but didn't stop that kill from happening, leaving Wild Turtle alone down in this bottom lane, has made his time a little bit harder as well. And Uzi continues to wreak havoc in there. Got himself the Avarice Blade and a BF sword now. Zero down to half HP. Needs to be slightly careful, but if you look at the vision on the bottom side of the map, they see Amazing coming a mile off.
Yeah, Zero's done a great job. Very, very deep vision in here. That's what you have to do when you're shoving up this entire time. Turret is right for the taking for them. Insect has to back though. So they don't have any jungle backing here. They don't want to overextend. Something else you can bait with are tower kills. So if TSM drew a lot of their forces down bottom, knowing that Royal Club want to finish off that bottom turret, they might be able to try and take advantage. Amazing trying to get some wards in the red side jungle here of Royal Club in response.
Still though, I'm just trying to picture how TSM wants to play it. I mean, again, we know they want to do 1-3-1 split push here, but it's going to be so hard because of Insect on this Rengar. He's going towards Brutalizer now. So it's going to be so scary to ever split push when a Rengar can just pop out of nowhere and kill you. Like, there's going to be constant deep wards from TSM, even deep lane wards if they want to spot him in the late game here.
And a 3 versus 3 down bottom. Both junglers have been able to sneak into these side bushes. This is going to be an explosive
No
fight.
ulti yet from Insect.
Oh, Insect here getting ready. He's going to dive in there. They're going for Amazing, who's got no chance to get away. It will repel. Oh, he's flashed by Kohler. TP instantly. Lustboy down to less than half. Will be finished up. It's a double kill for Kohler. There's no reply here from TSM. Dyrus did come down. Zero going to go low, but not enough to finish off.
They're coming for a dive. Zillion's headed down bottom too. They got to get out of there now.
Getting the tower at least here. Dyrus and Wild Turtle will stay alive.
Oh,
he's going.
Insect going to dive on the top. He's going for Dyrus here. Bomb's going to explode.
Beautiful.
Another kill. Perfect execution by Royal Club.
So this play right here, it is so typical Royal Club. First of all, Insect, he loves to gank the bottom lane on Rengar. He loves to get Uzi ahead. And the second part is Kohler. Instant teleport down. There's no hesitation. It's just, okay, we're fighting. I'm going to teleport. Dyrus joined in way too late. Easy kills for Royal Club. Chasing on for the next one. Getting the dragon as well.
Rengar is so good at those side lane ganks, and you saw the counter gank right there. That was almost like Dandy-esque. Coming from there, he almost 100%ed amazing as soon as he popped out there. So, as you said, Royal Club, once they know they've got this advantage, they don't let you leave. They press it as far as they possibly can. As soon as they smell blood in the water, they chase you all the way back to your secondary turret.
Lost Boy there being pretty aggressive when it comes to just walking blindly through the enemy jungle. Ward down at Golems, won by the raid camp as well, and you know, that may this time have just paid off for TSM because they get that deep vision. They need to see Insect coming early enough to stop him getting involved on those lanes. And we can see it looks like they're going to try and make a play here as Bjergsen going to come through the jungle, will spot Insect. Deathmark available, but Insect just walks away, and Korn was coming around anyway.
Yeah, and while Korn has been losing the lane in terms of farm, it doesn't matter, because it's all about just not giving up any kills to Bjergsen. Just sit there. I mean, you're playing a utility mage anyway. Your job is basically to say, where's Insect? Okay, here's a bomb on your face. I'm going to speed you up. Go do whatever you need to do. And whenever you're about to die, I'm going to pop my ult on you. So it doesn't even matter the fact that Korn is falling behind here.
Right.
As long as you don't give up any kills.
He's giving experience bonus to his bottom lane, so it helps out that duo. He's giving it as well to Cola, of course, because it's global. Try and help him out up top with Dyrus after that first kill. You know, Dyrus is still in a squishy stage right now on this Rise. He's in the mana building stage of Rise, and he's still a very vulnerable target.
Especially against a 3-0-1 Irelia, who's going to be such a pain for him here. And we do see Feral Flare for Insect coming up here shortly, and just problems all around for TSM.
Yeah, and also just the top lane matchup, even though you have the Wild Turtle on Corki, where he's going to be strong in the mid game, you can't really punish Tristana because Irelia, on the other hand, is going to be so much stronger than the Rise in the mid game. Once she completes her Trinity Force, huge power spike for her. She can just dive onto Wild Turtle and pretty much solo kill him if Cola wants to. So it means for TSM they can poke and siege, but they can actually straight up team fight in this mid game, and Uzi should be able to just rush straight into late game on this Tristana here. Again, he has the Zillion, he has the Janna to protect him. So far, things are looking great for Royal Club, and Insect once again up in this top lane.
That juicy, juicy Rise right now. Dyrus is pretty low.
Already.
Oh, gonna go in for this one. Dyrus, of course, will spot him coming in, but the health bar disappears. Insect tanking up the turret, not gonna be a problem for him, and that is another kill for Cola, who's out 4-0-1. They got 3 minions to help them with this tower. That one is gonna be going down, if not now, then at least in that next wave. It leaves Royal Club 5-0 up in kills, 4,000 gold in the lead.
TSM really need to make some sort of play with this Zed on a side lane here. Without Bjergsen turning this match around, they're going to look for a play on the mid lane, actually.
This has got to be it, surely, for TSM. This is a chance that they need to take. That is a great Howling Gale. They don't actually get involved there with the Cocoon as Uzi just jumps away from it, and what looked like a good numbers advantage for TSM is simply walked away from by Royal Club.
And we've really seen a big difference in terms of junglers in this game here, because every single time Insect is there to pull off a gank, Amazing hasn't been in a position to either counter gank it or gank somewhere else on the map. And of course, it's also because Royal Club has been doing well in the side lanes where Cola would always have the kill pressure on Dyrus in the top lane, and Uzi and Zero down his bottom lane has been warding up a lot of deep wards early on and just pushing in the lane over and over. Simply meant Amazing couldn't find anywhere to gank. Like, his best option would probably have been mid lane, just to try and snowball Bjergsen. I mean, Crumbs on the analyst desk was talking about how this is going to be mid lane camp from TSM. It wasn't there. They didn't try and go in and force the ulti from Korn and then go in the second time and kill him. And great warding from Royal Club and great ganks from Insect simply means they are dominating this early game.
Yeah, TSM just gave up that turret as well. Cola actually going to go aggressive here on towards Bjergsen. Deathmark's going to be used, but I don't know if Bjergsen's going to come out on top of this one. Cola just simply kills him with the one-on-one straight away after picking up that Trinity.
And Dyrus looks to have a similar fate here.
Yeah, that is not good news. 4 men on top of you, and Zillion pops the ultimate on himself. Meanwhile, Cola having to go Wild Turtle. This is going to be damage back, but Cola dodging through everything, flashes away from the rocket. Oh, flash from Wild Turtle as well. He's going to try for this one. Cola still dodges. Phosphorus bomb misses, but another rocket will get the shutdown.
So finally, TSM can pick up a kill here. Trinity Force was completed for Wild Turtle as well this time around. got their E from Lost Boy, so he could apply the slow and manage to chase down the kill. But once again, man, Royal Club, as soon as they have the lead, they will keep ganking, they will keep forcing you into terrible situations, and if you don't react instantly by pressuring someone else on the map or be ready for the potential counter gank or take the fight, then Royal Club will kill you and just extend the goal lead.
Insect there, popping his ultimate. He was looking for roamers. They don't have vision on this bottom side without wards, so he was sort of screening for Uzi there, popping the ultimate. Nobody headed up through that river though, so they find no targets. And he's just going to have to settle for ward coverage and secure this dragon. TSM probably should not rush headlong into this dragon. Royal Club prepping it with wards.
Stood on top of a TSM ward there though, so TSM know that they are hanging around. Pink ward will spot that ward coming down from TSM and will be instantly cleared away by that jumping Rengar.
So there's no ulti for Insect right now. If a potential fight should break out, let's see what TSM can actually do. Wild Turtle is fairly strong at the moment. His boots is completed as well. They are going for the fight.
Dragon goes down though. Insect will actually jump away.
I'm a liar. They're not going for the fight.
Wall. No, they're not.
Going for the steal.
Already gone. And the second dragon goes over to Royal Club. And look at this, a max range tidal wave.
Push the mid lane.
That was a great tidal wave. All it was supposed to do is stop those backs, buy some time. Now Dyrus though, he's playing with fire here. He goes in, trying to stop more backs.
And they're gonna get that as well. Insect is actually really low. Flashing from Dyrus, going for the kill. Uzi 2-0. And Dyrus goes down. Insect still alive. Uzi looking for more kills. Exhaust will stop that from happening. He knocks him away.
No way.
1-2 comes in. Exhaust is down. Amazing will fall. And that was just simply amazing coming out from Royal Club. There's another one for Kohler as well.
Insect and Uzi, no fear, using his rocket jump on the top of Lustboy for more damage.
Hell yeah, who needs to escape?
And Zero comes in for the shield and heal. He knew he had his back.
Oh, Wild Turtle. Valkyrie over the top here, but Korn's pretty quick. There's the bomb on your head. I think it's enough. Oh, it turns it around. Korn, though, does get the second bomb for the kill.
So let's just praise at least TSM for what they did before here. So after the dragon, we saw the tidal wave from Lostboy try to delay the back while the rest of TSM move towards the mid lane. We're going to see it again here. Okay, it's on to Insect. Remember, this is a full damage Rengar. So look at the burst onto Dyrus and then Uzi. He's not going to jump away once you get a reset. No, jump onto Lostboy. Keep going for the kill. Zero joins in, keeps Uzi alive. Sadly, Insect will die in the very end here. For Royal Club.
And during all that, while they were sending reinforcements down bottom to help out Uzi and Insect, there was a teleport from base to that secondary turret by Cola, so they were able to get the main person back in defense of that turret. And TSM, they did a great job trying to stop the backs in order to earn that objective, but they weren't able to stop Cola's, so he was able to get back and defend it.
And Bjergsen, we have to say as well, has not had the impact here that TSM have needed. We saw at the end of that replay, he was basically halfway up the river towards that top lane, not involved with the fight, not really getting the push that he probably needs to do at this point. And Royal Club romping away with a lead at this stage.
Here comes Insect. They're all under the turret.
Oh, gonna go for Wild Turtle. Valkyrie's straight away out of it though.
That's still quite a lot of damage just by jumping in and using your E onto him. Let's see, so Royal Club, I mean, ulti is gone from Insect now, so they can't really set up any picks, at least from Insect's side, and therefore can just go back or go into the jungle, at least place a few wards, see if TSM wants to move, potentially overstep their boundaries just a little bit, and then maybe Royal Club might look for a pick, but they kind of need Insect to get his ulti back, or TSM to face check them.
Well, face check could be real.
They've really got some deep vision on this red side here, too, for Royal Club. Luckily for TSM, you know, they're not venturing over towards that Baron, and they're trying to huddle where they know they have vision, where they have protection, safe in the lane. Woo, now
they still want to check the Baron.
Now they're getting dangerous. Checking every bush with abilities.
Look at Royal. Yeah, Royal Club are just going for that inner turret in the top lane. They've got all 5 men still there. Dyrus, yeah, he's on his own down bottom. He's got TP, he's Rise, he's not killing turrets.
What are TSM doing here, though? They're going in the wrong way. They can't defend from the back.
Are they actually looking to fight this one? This is going to be extremely risky by TSM here. Let's see what happens.
Well, they might need to take a risky fight here. There is the bubble coming down onto Cola. The damage from Dyrus will come in as well. What are they going to be able to do? Can they finish him off? They can't. And in the end, they forced Royal Club away at least, but no kills.
That was good poke, but they were handling a very, very dangerous team here. A Zillion sped up.
Set going towards Wild Turtle this time around. He's like, nope, I'm getting out of there. Valkyrie once again to the tower.
But every time ult is used by Insect, it should buy just a little bit of time for TSM to try and get back in the game here. They did lose the tower because they thought Royal Club was actually on the Baron and they wanted to move the safe way around. If you have no wards around the Baron area, you never want to run like straight from your own mid tower and in to the Baron pit or towards the Baron pit into like a choke point, or you don't want to face check as well. And if the push is in the jungle because you have no control of it, would have been certain death for TSM. So they had to walk down the mid lane and through the river to try and see if anything was going on. Turns out Royal Club just took the big wave up top and took a tower.
Up now by a good 7,000 gold, 4-2 in towers, 11-2 in kills, causing them problems, 6 of those with Cola right now. He's now got a Frozen Heart added to his inventory. Of course, Ghost Blade, Feral Flare for Insect.
So what we talked about,
those builds earlier, and you know, a lot of people building Rengar differently, but you never expect Insect to go the more tanky route. It's all about the aggression, getting things going, and well, basically being an assassin out of the jungle here.
And it's a great idea against something like a Zed here because it makes it so hard for Bjergsen to split push. At this point, Insect might even be able to one-on-one the mid laner. Not sure if it will happen. I hope we're gonna see it actually if Bjergsen get enough burst onto him.
Yeah, he is down 2 levels. It's definitely a possibility though.
He'll try at least.
Especially if he got...
He probably wants to try. If he does get a chance.
Yep. Here we go. Here's his chance. They've got control of the mid.
Oh, Insect actually going very low from this one, but he's got the Zillion ulti on. They finish him off, but he's coming right back to life. They back away though. TSM losing a couple of men down to half HP. Cola maybe dashing forward from this one. He's going up towards Dyrus, who will just flash over the top of the wall. The Howling Gale did connect, but both teams losing a decent amount of HP, but it's TSM that forced Royal Club back.
And we do see the power of Corki in the mid game. So much poke from Wild Turtle.
Can that earn them the Dragon though? Will Royal Club have the confidence here? They don't have any vision of it. Okay, they make the call just to push up mid very quickly. I like that. They're trying to trade here. Can TSM make them pay for this though? Will they be able to cut them off and defend turret in time?
Keep in mind, Insect has no ulti right here for a potential fight. They're in the mid lane. TSM flanking around.
No one to tank the turret really. There is Bjergsen getting involved. Good damage coming down. They turn it around. Uzi is actually at the back, all on his own there. Cola right in the middle of the team. He's got a bomb. He's got the Zillion ultimate. Lost Boy going low, but didn't go down in the end here. Surely someone will get finished off. It's Korn that went first, but Uzi's getting the resets. And with Cola, they're able to get another one. That will be a 3-for-1 for Royal.
So after the ult,
Dyrus not done!
Oh,
he's getting killed. He got him. Insect is down here. Insect is down, but rest of Royal Club pushing on to mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to get this tower. Bjergsen and Dyrus both recalling here. They might end up losing a good chunk of health from the Inhibitor turret.
So TSM in the last fight here, as soon as they saw the ulti onto Cola, they had to just burst him down, and it actually opened up for Bjergsen to get a kill onto Korn because there's no ulti left. But this mid tower is gone. Can they actually defend him? They should be able to. Bjergsen is here, Dyrus is here, and Lost Boy is coming.
Chasing them off is pretty much all they can do though. Not much for a rebuttal here for TSM. So let's take a look at this team fight one more time. They did not expect that positioning from Uzi. And having that Zillion on your team is great because they have the confidence on both Aurelia and Rengar to jump in. Because Cola's the one that gets taken down first, he's the one who gets it, and it opens up a pathway for Uzi to do what he does best, go aggressive, jump all the way in on Tristana. Dyrus though, finding the sneaky kill.
Insect doing what he's doing best. Sometimes overextending a little bit and end up dying for a
Whoa! Yeah. That's a Tristana with Last Whisper, Shiv, Infinity Edge. You can basically count on those crits there to get you finished off, and that will be Uzi's 5th kill.
This is going to be his game as well.
Surely.
I mean, all 5 members. Korn is running in. Okay, he had to come from base here, but should be able to join the team very soon and just push straight onto Inhibitor here. Royal Club can now put their attention on the Baron, fully ward off the jungle here. If anyone from TSM wants to face take around this Baron pit here, I'm sure Insect is going to jump them, and the rest of Royal Club will follow instantly.
They've got some decent vision around this river for Baron here in TSM, so they don't have to rush, you know, headlong into this situation. They have also got a scrying orb they can rely on. Wild Turtle has the activation ready for it.
Used already.
Used it.
Oh, Uzi spotted there from the back. Baron is down to less than half HP. Amazing might have to be the hero here. Can he get in there? The bubble comes in. Royal Club actually move away from Baron. They're going towards Dyrus. Insect dives in the back. Dyrus will go down. Wild Turtle, the next focus. They manage to kill him off. And it's Uzi going mental at the back there. Going to get the reset. Bjergsen puts in the death mark onto him. But Bjergsen is going to fall. Uzi does finally get popped. But that is an ace for Royal Club for just the AD carry.
Don't think you can really give this team Zillion just because it frees up Insect, Cola, it frees up everybody on their team to play as aggressively as they want and build full damage.
Not only Zillion, Rengar for Insect was banned against, or TPA banned it against Royal Club here because they respected the Rengar pick. TSM on the other hand, they banned Lee Sin away from Insect here, so he picks up the Rengar. And we were actually talking in the start how, okay, they were thinking about going Rise for the first pick, locked into Zillion. First of all, TSM couldn't take it, and then as you just pointed out, Kobe, it opens up for this Rengar build. Let's just see the fight again. Royal Club going straight for it, ulti pop from Insect, they're going in here onto Dyrus, just take down the first target you can. You still have the Zillion ult onto Insect in case he goes down, and now Bjergsen tries to join in. Just pay attention though to the way Bjergsen plays this fight here. The very last Q actually pops on Uzi is the Q that managed to take him down. Notice here from his shadow, pops the Q onto Uzi, and he actually ended up dying. That was a beautiful Q. Just really doesn't matter.
It's just a consolation prize, that's all they get. At least they killed Uzi.
Well, still leaves them more than 10,000 gold behind in this game. And hard to see a way back in here from TSM. I think patience is going to be one thing, but we've already seen it time and time again. Setting up a trap here, they're going to actually call off Zero. He's got the Zillion ultimate though. Korn fast on that one. Insect off to the side. They're going to try and focus him down. Can they kill him off? Korn coming in there. Death mark from Bjergsen going towards Korn. Not sure that's got the damage. Bjergsen walks away, but they lose Wild Turtle. They lose Amazing. They're going to lose Lost Boy as well.
This could be the game.
3 kills. They might finish up. Uzi goes in for another one. That's another ace here for Royal Club. And surely the game.
Such a great performance by Royal Club here. They get all the picks they want. The Cola and already in the top lane as well. Looking so strong. Dominating TSM.
Royal Club going to pick up the victory here and solidify their position at the top of the group. 30-minute game, very aggressive, perfectly played in most cases there by the Chinese side. Amazing.
And we did see, as you said, one of the reasons why people ban Rengar against this team so often. Insect was magnificent with that champion. The first couple ganks worked out for him. He even got some early ganks without having to use his ultimate. Whenever you get your first ultimate gank successful and you get a second one after that without having it back up, then he's going to have a very strong game.
And the fact that TSM or Amazing was never able to respond to any of the ganks here. The one time Amazing was down the bottom lane, it was actually Insect doing the counter gank, getting an early kill onto him. Up in the top lane here, we talked about how Aurelia can always set up an easy stun onto Ryze, and then Insect joins in from the lane, easy kill as well. And bottom lane, because Zero and Uzi was dominating it so hard, just constantly pushing it in and keeping deep wards in the jungle of TSM, it meant Amazing had nowhere to go but the mid lane. I'm not sure why he just didn't try. Like, at least try and go mid lane here, see if you can get a kill for Bjergsen. It's not like Zillion in the mid lane is going to 1v2 you. He might stay alive and buy time for a potential counter gank, but that's about it. I mean, you had to try somewhere. You couldn't go for the bottom lane. Top lane was already in trouble. I mean, you pretty much just had to go mid.